Hi, I'm Chris Boyd for HollywoodJunket.com, and today we're at the red carpet for Touch, a new series on Fox. Let's go meet the stars. What about the storyline here inspired you the most to want to work on it?
I think the thing that I related to the most was the dynamic between the father and the son. And I play a character named Martin Baum, whose son Jake is a special needs child. He is misdiagnosed with severe autism at the beginning of the show, which we start to discover very quickly that even though he shares many of the physical characteristics that are associated with autism or severe autism, that he is actually enlightened, that he is more evolved than we are, and he sees things and understands things about our planet and our society that we just simply can't see. And once my character starts to realize this about his son, he has to protect him in a very different way. He can't talk with his son, he can't touch his son because of the reactions that he will have. I felt great pain, I think, for Martin Baum, and so that was the first thing I related to.
You know, when I first read the pilot, I was really drawn into the idea of the way the stories were layered and potentially connected, you know, and I sort of was trying to work it out, and then by the end I was like, oh gosh, this is really beautiful, and it has a spiritual element to it that I think, you know, is slightly more layered than your average TV show. You know, it's challenging, it doesn't spoon feed you. I kind of liked the idea that you had to work a little bit to sort of, you know, but at the same time, you know, it's emotional and is centered on a father and son, which is, you know, so with that intimate relationship and then on a global scale, I just like that dynamic.
We talked a lot about interconnectivity on here, so I've been sort of exploring this thing and decided that I wanted to do a show that really put that idea absolutely front and center, and to try and build a concept of the show around the idea of interconnectivity, of how you're connected to me, and the seemingly random events of our lives may not be random, with the idea that you then, if you buy into that consciousness, let's say, you may live your life a little differently. The smallest little actions of your life have some ripple effect. You might live more consciously, and so that's kind of where it came from. One scene, I think in the third episode, where the ladies in Africa were beating on the pots, and Jake is screaming at the same time, and at the same time it seems to be building on each other, almost like amplifying each other.
Yes, I actually wrote that episode, and one of the reasons that episode, we started with the germ of the idea. I wanted to show that our world could touch in ways that weren't just this person meeting that person physically touching another person. I wanted to show that we could touch sort of sonically and on an energy level, and that Jake is doing that. That Jake is constantly aware of pain in the universe and trying to heal it.
Well, Jake is somebody who was misdiagnosed as autistic because he has characteristics like children with autism do. For example, not being able to, not speaking and not being able to be touched. But really, he can see the world's interconnectivity through these numbers, and he can see how everybody's connected.
Did you watch any old classic silent films to kind of see how they did it, or?
No.
No?
But
You don't have that on YouTube?
Well, I always watch Charlie Chaplin. I mean, he's pretty funny.
Yeah, he is, absolutely.